Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miri. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, my channel is all about spirituality, personal growth, and self-development. And today we're talking about one of my favorite topics. We're talking about crystals, and I wanted to make a short video about my top 5 crystals that I think are good to have, either to carry around with you or just having it in your space, lighten up the space. And if you're completely new to crystals, you can let me know in the comments. I can make a beginner's guide as well if you're interested in that. But let's dive right in. I think we're going to start with an obvious choice, and if you know a little bit about crystals, you've probably heard about that one. It's clear quartz, and it is fantastic. I think one of the most underrated crystals ever. And what makes this so special is that technically you can set any intention with this crystal, meaning you only need a clear quartz in your collection and you're good to go. I know that's kind of hard if you like crystals and like me are collecting them. Like, what do you mean you don't need more crystals? Technically this one's enough, and it's a very powerful one. If you wanna become more confident, if you're trying to manifest a certain job, a certain outcome, more money, this crystal can do it all. And I like to carry it around with me because it is so powerful, and it also has like a cleansing property, and I feel like very light in energy. What is also great about clear quartz, it can amplify any intention of other crystals. So if you're carrying any other crystals I mentioned or any other crystals you have at home with you, it amplifies the energy and attracts more good things for you or more protection or whatever you want. So usually with my clear quartz, I carry a black tourmaline. I have like this tiny little piece right here. And what is great about that one, it's very grounding. It's protecting, it's keeping you safe. And usually when I go out, travel, the combination clear quartz and black tourmaline are great together. So I like to carry them in a little pouch, in my pocket or in my purse, wherever you want to. But I also have a couple of clear quartzes and black tourmalines around in my living space. So what you can also do is, if you want to protect the energy of your house or your room, apartment, you can put little black tourmalines in every corner of your room or house, and it builds a shield of protection. So I like to do that. You don't need a big crystal. You can get the tumbled version. This is a raw one, but again, if you want me to go more in detail with like the specific crystal details, then let me know, and I can definitely make a whole video on what to look out for. This next one is my favorite crystal to carry around with me when I'm out around and surrounded by other people. If you're a highly sensitive person like myself, you feel like a sponge sometimes and taking in all other people's emotions, and you walk past some grumpy person and then you're like, why do I feel like the same energy right now? This one is a very good one, and it's smoky quartz. I have the tumbled version right here, but again, you can get them in all different shapes and forms. This one is great because it transmutes negative energy, and especially for highly sensitive people, or if you want to keep being in your own space and keeping your own energy protected, I like to carry it around with me. Usually I just have it in my left hand when I'm like in the train, or I don't know if something's going on. I really like that for protecting my own peace. And yeah, it has a very nice and gentle energy. I don't think it's like too overpowering, and also serves like the black tourmaline as a protection and safety shield around you. So you can imagine like you have like a filter. Nothing's gonna come onto you. The smoky quartz is kind of blocking everything, so you can stay true to yourself and within yourself. Speaking about protecting your energy, a big one is also selenite. I have a huge wand here, but obviously they come in all different sizes and shapes and forms. This one is also known as liquid light. So you can really, I mean, if you look at it, it looks like a light beam. And if I have like a rough day at work, or home or whatever, and I feel like drained and I feel like I'm not really myself. Maybe you've been around negative people and you just want to get the energy away from you. I usually just hold this wand in my hand or bring it to my chest. If you have like a humbled stone or any kind of smaller stone, you can keep it in your pocket and just remind yourself of like letting the light energy flow into you. And a lot of people also do aura brushes. So if you literally brush around yourself and take off the gunk of the day to feel renewed and light again. And what is also great about this crystal, if you know a little bit about cleansing the crystals, selenite has the ability to cleanse all other crystals. So either you have a plate and can put them on top, or even with the wand, sometimes I just lay my jewelry and other crystals on top of it to be cleansed and use it the next day. It was really hard to narrow it down to 5 crystals because I love all of them and they all have special abilities and traits. I chose this as the last one. This is fluorite, and usually I'm wearing, if you watch the other videos, I usually have a fluorite necklace, and what fluorite does is it's a great aid for if you have exams, school, work, to keep you focused, to keep you aligned. And sometimes my mind gets scattered and I get distracted by multiple things, and I really feel like fluorite is keeping me in my space, keeping me focused, keeping me concentrated. As I mentioned, it was so hard to narrow it down to 5, so I'm gonna make a little series out of this. We're gonna start with the next 5 crystals that I would highly recommend to have. So maybe you can build up on your little crystal collection. Don't feel obligated. I know there's a lot out there and sometimes it can be overwhelming and we want all of the crystals, but go with your intuition, go what calls to you. Sometimes it's not necessarily what the description says. Sometimes it's just like an inner knowing or the color or something else that speaks to you, and then you're like, this is my crystal. So don't only go by things that people say, things that I say. Just choose for yourself and just trust your intuition. And I'd love to know if you have a special favorite crystal maybe that you like to carry around with you. These 5 that I mentioned today are usually coming with me all the time. So I have a little pouch and usually I'll just throw it in my purse whenever I go. And it really helps me feel grounded and protected. And yeah, I hope you like this video today. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about crystals, or if you want to know more about a specific crystal, or if you're interested in a whole beginner's guide on crystals. I can definitely do that as well. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one. Sending love to all of you. Bye.